Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's devotional. We're still in the book of Mark. We'll be here for a little while still, just working our way systematically through it. We're still in chapter 1, and we've seen John the Baptist come on the scene, announcing Jesus' arrival, the Spirit of the Lord coming upon him at his baptism, and God's words of approval being spoken over him. This is my Son, whom I am very well pleased. We see Jesus going off and winning a first big test in the wilderness against Satan. We've got to win that test of temptation. Jesus came through that with flying colors. And then we see Jesus going into his ministry. And he started off by just preaching and teaching. And it is said of Jesus in the passage I'm about to read to you, they were so impressed with the fact that this man taught with authority. Let's talk about that authority of Jesus today. Let me read it to you. They went to Capernaum. And when the Sabbath day came, Jesus went into the synagogue and began to teach. The people were amazed at his teaching, because he taught them as one who had authority and not as teachers of the law. Let's stop there. He taught as one who had authority, not as the teachers of the law. You see, the teachers of the law taught under authority. And there were so many authorities telling them to teach this, to teach that, to teach 1,000 different things. There were so many laws and regulations that they were making them up as they were almost kind of going along. They took the 10 Commandments and the laws of Moses and they turned them into 600 and something nitty-picky little laws. And so there was no authority in the law. The law was just had become a real burden to the people. And then came Jesus, teaching as one with authority. Although he spoke, and we read this later on, under the authority of his Father, he says, I say nothing that my Father does not tell me to say. But here was one who was teaching with authority. That's an interesting thing, because there's only one who has ultimate authority. We know who that is. That is Jesus, the Son of God. So here he is proving his deity. Here he is proving that he is who he says that he is. But then it goes on to prove his authority. Not only does he speak with authority, and it goes on like this. But then a man in their synagogue who was possessed by an evil spirit cried out, What do you want with us, Jesus of Nazareth? Have you come to destroy us? I know who you are, the Holy One of God. At least the demon got that right. Be quiet, said Jesus sternly. Come out of him. The evil spirit shook and the man violently and came out of him with a shriek. The people, once again, were so amazed that they asked each other, What is this new teaching? And with authority, he even gives orders to evil spirits, and they obey him. People, isn't it incredible that Jesus arrived in this wishy-washy kind of religious system that had become a real burden to the people? He taught with authority. And then to demonstrate that the authority that he taught with had come from God himself, and he was God, he began to do incredible things. The war was declared against evil spirits. Jesus walked it. Those evil spirits saw Jesus coming and they were petrified out of their shoes. They began to cry and they began to scream and they wept and they wailed and they pleaded with Jesus to be gentle on them. Jesus has unbelievable authority. I guess that comes with a position that he has. He is the Son of God. There is no rival for him. Satan can try, but he doesn't come anywhere close to being able to muscle out Jesus. One word from Jesus, and Satan runs. People, that's the Jesus that we have. And that's the Jesus who he wants you to know that you have. A Jesus who teaches with authority. And the words in the scriptures that he proclaimed, those red letter words that you read in some Bibles, those are his words, and they speak with authority. You don't need to look for another authority. Jesus has it, and he is it. When it comes to the demonic realm, which there is out there, there are evil spirits. There is a devil who can only be in one place at one time, but he has many evil spirits doing his jobs for him. People, we never need to feel threatened by them. We never need to feel afraid of them, because Jesus in us is greater than he, Satan, who is in the world. And when Christ is in you, he has given you this authority that you never need to fear those things. I know when we did our series on giants, the giant Goliath was the giant that is named fear. And fear is his greatest tool. And Satan would want to make you fearful of the demonic realm because we don't understand it. And generally we fear those things that we don't understand. And because we don't understand it, we walk in fear of it. But today, not only is Jesus' word of authority as he teaches to us, there's no one higher than him. He has authority over the demonic world, and he has authority over principalities and powers and the heights of heaven, and he has the authority, one word from him, and they run. That's the kind of authority. Now, I don't have a problem worshiping that kind of a God. I don't have a problem worshiping a God who has such authority and such power and such a great place for him to be. Man, let's walk in that confidence today, guys. We have a God who has great authority, ultimate authority. Have a fantastic, victorious day. Cheers. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.